Hello and welcome to Joey 40,000 with me, Sithrons Senator Palpatine. Oh yeah. So in this episode I'm going to show you how I created this look for a unit of Sithrons. They're not fully complete, I haven't got the red rods yet, but I will do. So I'm going to talk you through step by step what I did. So I green stuffed the cloaks and I sprayed it all white, and I go through the foundation layers of each section. So first I think I'll talk you through what paints I'm going to use to create this, and any changes I'll talk you through as I go. So I need black for the cloak mostly, and some added extras. I'm going to combine that also with a bolt gun metal on some of the arm bits. I've got a grey for the face because I don't want to go firstly full white, because it is notoriously difficult to paint and I did have some trouble with it. The bolt gun metal I'll mix, as I said, with the black. The khaki as well on some of the shading of the face, and as a little bit of a shadow underneath the cloak on his head. And of course some red. And those are my foundation colours. I go brighter as I go through. So here's my real-time speed painting. I mean actual normal painting. And I go full straight to black on the cloak. Then I mix the two of these together, not by much at all, just to get a little bit more darkness. Because I was going to go completely black on the arms, as you can see here. But it was very dark on this model. That was the competition winner, so I just changed it a little. I'm going to use some red on the hingy bits, on these knobbly bits, you know, because they stick out. And I shade these quite a bit as well as we go on, just to get them a bit more vibrant. I'm aware I'm missing the front bit on his gun, so I'm just doing this model as a tester on the foundation. I do end up swapping model, but I do the same thing. As you can see here, I'm doing the same thing but on a different one with the full bits and pieces. So all black. I prefer the other one's cloak, which is a bit annoying. This one has a massive thumbprint just there where I'm painting. It's huge. I'm glad you can't see it. If you can, let's pretend you didn't. This was the first one I sculpted and I'm still quite new with green stuff. So here again, I'm mixing the two. I went a little bit lighter this time actually. And just on all the arms when it focuses. Will it? Does it? Yes, it does. So nice and grey. I make it dark because I'm going to use another silver on the gun and on the breastplate. That is what it is. That's not me being intentionally rude. Or is it? These, when I do voiceovers, it always gets a bit weird. I'm sorry for that. No, you love it. So there we go, I'm going over the plate, the chest plate instead. Let's do that. But I'm going to highlight it with a mithril silver. I always find that underarm bit really irritating to do. I'm like debating whether I should take the arm off to fully paint the chest, even though you won't be able to see it. Right, so here he's fully red and I've got some bits to clean up. And I hate doing that. I hate making a mess on the foundation layers. But there it is. I've done it anyway. So I'm painting in the crevices black, just to make the red a bit bolder and the silver a bit silver. And I do a lot of cleanup as I go. So here he is. Foundation layers complete. Or they will be when I do the face, which is now. There we go. So his face is grey, and I use the grey as a platform to do some shading because I don't want to do any washes. Any washes will make the white look really dirty and grimy. So I'm going to do some dry brushing on his cloak, just a little bit. Then I realise it's still got some red in it. And I put it on too thick, so I get off a little bit more. Oh, a bit too much red there. Do I wash it? No, I don't. Put on some more grey. Bad Joey. So dab, dab, dab. Try brush it off. And then I just highlight some of the areas, and it would have been a lot better on the other cloak that I did because that was a lot smoother. I'd had a bit of practice by then. But nonetheless, I go on his shoulders, around his head, underneath a little bit. I'm going to do some washes as well on the cloak, and it does look nice in the end. It's just a shame that the shape of it didn't come out a little bit clearer. But you know, when it's windy out, you can't control a cloak, can you? No. Not that many of us wear cloaks, I imagine, in our day-to-day lives. Right, so I've managed to do the white face now, and this is an initial layer. As you can see, it's still a bit messy by his mouth, but I do fix it. And I fix it by going very close and adding white lines in between and just underneath his chin, so his mouth looks very wrinkly. Because old Palpatine, he's a bit grim, isn't he? I've done some Devlin mud washes on the silver, on the metallic bits, and I'm going to darken them up still with some black washes, but you can still see that there's metal there as opposed to in the previous model. It was just flat black, and it wasn't as eye-catching. So here I'm going over with the mithril silver on some areas of the gun here, just to differentiate between hand and gun, because if they're the same silver, it's very difficult for you to see. So I just go over the chest plate a bit. And as you can see, I've fixed up his mouth a bit, put some on the chin there, and put a little bit of white in between the cracks. And I make the red a bit more vibrant by glazing it, which I do. I really rate those glazes. Like, this is the moment of truth. Eye dots. This is the first. Oh, see, that one's fine, isn't it? That's all right. Very nervous when I do eyes, especially considering this camera is right underneath my chin. And I hate it when you're in exactly the right position, but you don't have enough paint on the brush. Infuriating. And again. Oh, bit of a wobble. There we go. So I've done quite a bit of shading on the red parts there in the shoulder. I've made it slightly lighter in the corners, and it's very bright. So I've kept some of the shadow of the dark red and a little bit of a wash, not too heavy, but I used bile red there. This is the old washes, I might add. So I decided that the red isn't vibrant enough, so I mixed a little bit of orange and yellow just for the very tips of the eyes there. So let's go again. Oh, there we go. Because Sith, they tend to have very orangey, red, cracked kind of eyes. That's not what it looks like. That is glue. Filthy minded. Definitely, that's glue. All right, just so we're clear. Okay. So I've attempted some of the base. And the backstory of these guys is that they've been stranded on Hoth, so they're some of the oldest Sithrons around, hence the snowiness to them. So I put some on the bottom and on the shoulders there, like freshly fallen snow. Oh, mistreating them already. Sorry, Palpatine. I do go over the snow again a little bit, but I don't know. I think he's looking fairly cool. I like it. Still needs some doing, that base, but the end result I think was nice. I think I love the white face. It's not going to be for every one of the Necrons, but as a single unit, 10 of those, I think it's going to look pretty good. There we go. So that's my tutorial on how to paint a Palpatine Sithron. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Would you change anything? I'm going to have 10 of those, guys, so give me your thoughts on it in the comments down below. Like if you like this, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.